Hello, my wonderful friends across America. I want to talk to you about something that silently impacts so many of us as we get older, something often whispered about, but rarely discussed openly. What if I told you that some of the everyday habits you've formed, perhaps even for decades, might be quietly sabotaging one of the most vital parts of your male health, your prostate? You might think prostate issues are just an inevitable part of aging, something you just have to deal with. But what if that's not entirely true? What if I revealed that many American men are making common mistakes daily without realizing they are literally destroying their prostate? I'm talking about simple, seemingly harmless habits that may be silently enlarging this crucial gland, leading to discomfort, endless bathroom trips, and even more serious issues down the road. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could truly be the difference between a peaceful, vibrant life and years of unnecessary suffering. You see, for too long, many of us have been told that an enlarged prostate is just a part of getting older, an unavoidable rite of passage. But as Dr. Juliana points out, that's not the whole truth. The truth is, there are everyday factors that speed up this process, making life uncomfortable for far too many men. I've seen it firsthand, and Dr. Juliana has treated hundreds of men who came to her clinic desperate, some even with urinary retention, simply because they ignored these signs for years. Yet, she's also seen 80-year-old men living without any prostate discomfort precisely because they changed their habits in time. The difference, my friends, often lies in the small details of daily life. So, let's break down these silent saboteurs, one by one. Habit 10. Drinking too little water. Let's start with something incredibly simple, yet surprisingly overlooked: not drinking enough water. Many older men make this mistake, thinking it will reduce those annoying nighttime trips to the bathroom. But the opposite actually happens. Think of it like this: your urine is like a river, and when you don't drink enough water, that river becomes a highly concentrated, acidic stream. This acidic, concentrated urine irritates both your bladder and, by extension, your prostate, which sits just below it. Imagine your prostate as a delicate sponge. When it's constantly bathed in irritating, acidic fluid, it gets inflamed. And inflammation, my dear friends, is one of the main causes of prostate enlargement. Many men, especially as they age, also take medications that can lead to dehydration, further worsening the problem. A dehydrated body also accumulates toxins more easily, putting an extra burden on your entire urinary system. Over time, this silent damage builds up, leading to an enlarged prostate and worsening urinary symptoms. The solution is truly simple. Sip water throughout the day. Don't wait until you're parched. Your urine should be clear or a very light yellow. That's your body's signal of good hydration. Don't fear water. It's your natural ally against prostate problems. Habit 9. Sitting for hours. I know, after 60, that armchair or recliner can look incredibly inviting. But spending hours glued to it could be harming your prostate more than you realize. When you stay in the same position for too long, especially seated, it creates constant pressure in your pelvic area. This pressure, my friends, isn't just uncomfortable. It actually reduces blood flow to your prostate. And what happens when blood flow is restricted? Inflammation, which, as we discussed, contributes to its growth. Think of a man like John, a 63-year-old from Ohio who loved to spend his afternoons reading in his favorite chair. He started noticing he had to get up more often at night. He couldn't quite empty his bladder. He thought it was just age. But the constant pressure from his prolonged sitting was quietly contributing to his prostate's distress. Men who spend their whole day watching television, reading, or working seated have a higher risk of developing prostate problems. It's not about avoiding rest. It's about breaking up those long periods of stillness. Your pelvic floor muscles also weaken when inactive, making it harder to fully empty the bladder. This leaves leftover urine, which further irritates the prostate. Here's a simple rule. Stand up every 30 minutes and walk for at least 2 minutes. It can be just a quick trip to the kitchen for that glass of water we just talked about, or a walk around the house. This simple movement keeps blood circulating and relieves pressure on the prostate. Don't let a sedentary lifestyle turn into a health problem down the road. Habit 8. Excess caffeine. Now, I know, For many of us, that morning cup of coffee is sacred. But too much coffee and other caffeinated drinks could be irritating your prostate more than you think. Caffeine is a natural diuretic. What does that mean? It makes you produce more urine, and that, my friends, overloads your bladder. It also makes the muscles around your bladder contract more often, leading to urgency and sometimes even leakage. For someone with a sensitive or enlarged prostate, this extra pressure is a real problem. But there's more. Caffeine also contracts the muscles at the bladder neck, making it harder to empty completely. The result? More urine retained in the bladder, more pressure on your prostate, more inflammation, and more discomfort. I'm not saying you need to give up coffee entirely, but moderation is truly key. 1 cup in the morning usually doesn't cause issues, but several throughout the day, that can be harmful. Try replacing that second cup with decaffeinated coffee or a soothing herbal tea, and just observe if your urinary symptoms improve. Sometimes, these small adjustments make a huge difference. Habit 7. Overly spicy and processed foods. Our tables are often full of flavor, but excesses in our diet may be harming your prostate. Very spicy and heavily processed foods can cause silent inflammation throughout your body. Think about it. Excess black pepper and very spicy sauces can increase overall inflammation, including in your prostate. A spicy dish once in a while is perfectly fine, but consuming them daily can really irritate an already sensitive prostate. And processed foods? They're even worse. Chips, cold cuts, frozen meals, and fast food are packed with preservatives, artificial colorings, too much sodium, and unhealthy fats. They don't just harm your overall health, they can throw your hormones out of balance. Excess salt, for example, causes fluid retention and puts pressure on your entire urinary system. Bad fats and chemical additives can negatively affect your testosterone levels, a hormone that directly influences the size of your prostate. If your meals are coming more from packages than from fresh, whole ingredients, your prostate could be paying the price. Instead, prioritize natural, anti-inflammatory foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, lean fish, and healthy nuts. A healthy diet doesn't have to be boring, it just needs to be balanced. Habit 6. Holding in urine. We've all done it, haven't we? Held in our urine because we're busy, stuck in traffic, or just too far from a bathroom. But doing this regularly can seriously damage your prostate. When you hold your urine for too long, your bladder stretches and presses directly on your prostate, which lies just below it. Over time, this constant pressure causes irritation and swelling in your prostate tissue. Older men are especially vulnerable here because the muscles controlling the bladder and prostate naturally weaken with age. Holding urine can also lead to incomplete emptying of the bladder, leaving stagnant urine behind. This leftover urine, my friends, is the perfect breeding ground for bacteria and inflammation. It can cause infections and further irritate your prostate, contributing to its enlargement. To protect your prostate, the message is simple: listen to your body's signals. Don't delay going to the bathroom, especially if you already experience nighttime urgency or have trouble sleeping due to bathroom trips. Going as soon as you feel the need is one of your best defenses. Remember, your bladder and prostate work as a team. If one is under stress, the other feels it too. Habit 5. Smoking or being around smokers. Let's be direct. Cigarettes are truly one of the worst enemies of your prostate. And even if you don't smoke yourself, regularly being around smokers is also incredibly harmful. The chemicals in tobacco reduce blood flow, increase inflammation, and damage delicate tissues throughout your body, including those of your prostate. Smoking also increases what we call oxidative stress, weakening your body's natural ability to repair itself. Over time, this leads to prostate inflammation, gland enlargement, and even a higher risk of prostate cancer. For older men, this damage accumulates much more quickly. Tobacco also depletes essential antioxidant levels in your body, further weakening your natural defenses against prostate issues. Even if you quit smoking years ago, regularly being around secondhand smoke can still affect your health. If you currently smoke, I urge you, talk to your doctor about ways to quit. There are support therapies, nicotine replacements, and even natural treatments that can help. The benefits begin almost immediately. In just a few weeks, your circulation improves, inflammation decreases, and your prostate can begin to recover. If you've never smoked, avoid exposure to smoke altogether. That simple decision can truly guarantee you years of better prostate health. Habit 4. Avoiding doctor visits. Now, this is a tough one for many of us men. We often only see a doctor when something is seriously bothering us. But this is a dangerous approach, especially after age 60. The prostate can enlarge silently, with no obvious symptoms at first. Regular checkups, my friends, are crucial because they help detect problems early, before they become serious. A simple checkup can reveal signs of inflammation, infections, or growths that aren't yet causing you pain. Exams like the digital rectal exam and the PSA test are quick, generally non-invasive, and honestly, they can save lives. Skipping these routine appointments means missing the chance to act preventively. I know some men feel uncomfortable discussing urinary issues, but the sooner you speak up, the more natural treatment options you'll have. Delaying appointments can allow small problems to become serious, like urinary retention or prostate infections. Please, make it a habit to see your doctor at least once a year to talk about your prostate health. It's not just for peace of mind, it's a powerful prevention tool. And if something is detected early, lifestyle changes are often enough, without the need for medications or surgery. Don't wait for symptoms to become unbearable. Preventive care is truly the smartest habit any mature man can adopt. Habit 3. Eating red meat excessively. Red meat, a staple on many American tables. But eating it daily could be silently enlarging your prostate. Studies show that a high intake of red meat, especially processed meats like bacon, sausage, and cold cuts, is linked to increased inflammation throughout your body, including in the prostate. Saturated fats and the chemicals used in processing are major contributors. They can unbalance your hormones and increase oxidative stress, inflaming your prostate. As we get older, our digestion also slows down, and red meat takes longer for our bodies to process. This slow digestion can contribute to weight gain and increased pelvic pressure. You don't need to become a vegetarian overnight, but simply reducing your red meat consumption to once or twice a week can make a significant difference. Substitute it with lean proteins like fish and chicken, grilled, or explore more plant-based foods. Try incorporating more meals rich in fiber, such as lentil soups or dishes with beans. These simple changes support your prostate health and also improve your digestion. Your body will thank you with fewer symptoms, more energy, and better prostate function in the long run. Habit 2. Carrying excess belly fat. As we age, that extra weight around the waist isn't just a cosmetic issue, my friends. It's a major warning sign for prostate problems. Abdominal fat, often called belly fat, produces inflammatory chemicals that circulate throughout your entire body, including directly to your prostate. This constant inflammation irritates the prostate, contributes to its growth, and increases your risk of urinary problems. Men with larger waistlines are more likely to have an enlarged prostate, suffer from frequent nighttime urination, and even experience erection issues. Excess weight also throws off your hormonal balance, especially testosterone and estrogen, both of which directly influence the size of your prostate. The solution isn't a radical, crash diet, but slow, steady, sustainable improvements. Even a short daily walk, choosing smaller portions, and cutting back on sugary drinks can begin to melt away that abdominal fat. Losing just a few pounds can lead to noticeable relief in urinary symptoms. And don't forget, belly fat also physically presses against your bladder and pelvic organs, increasing pressure on your prostate. Maintaining a healthy waistline, ideally under 100 cm, is one of the best long-term strategies for prostate health. Habit 1. Not managing chronic stress. This, my friends, is the habit most men ignore, but it's also perhaps the most dangerous. Chronic stress is a silent inflamer of the prostate. When you live in a constant state of anxiety, tension, or worry, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, these hormones cause inflammation, muscle tension, and hormonal imbalances that directly affect your prostate. Stress tightens your pelvic muscles, restricts blood flow, and irritates the nerves around your prostate. It also weakens your immune function, making it harder for your body to fight inflammation or infections. Older men often carry stress silently. Financial worries, family issues, health concerns, all of it builds up. The result? More frequent urination, pain, urgency, and prostate swelling. But here's the good news. You can manage it. Simple habits like daily deep breathing exercises, light exercise, gentle stretching, and even just 10 minutes of silence a day can drastically reduce your stress levels. Laughter, social connection, and quality sleep are medicine for your body and your prostate. Managing stress isn't just about feeling good, it's about healing your body from the inside out. This one change alone can help reduce your symptoms and naturally stop prostate growth. It's the most powerful step you can take today toward a healthier, more comfortable life. Now that you know these 10 habits that can silently enlarge your prostate, the real question is, what will you do starting today? These aren't just minor adjustments, they're powerful steps that can prevent months, or even years, of discomfort, sleepless nights, and unnecessary medications. If you're over 60, my friend, the time to act is now. Don't wait for symptoms to get worse. Start by changing just one habit this week. Maybe you'll commit to drinking more water, or perhaps you'll take a few more short walks throughout the day, or simply say no to that extra bacon at breakfast. Every single action matters. Your prostate won't heal overnight, but with the right habits and a bit of consistency, your body can truly do wonders. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. With the right information, it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you. If this message resonated with you, if you feel a spark of hope, then comment below and let me know. I'm ready. And if you want more honest truth and actionable advice like this, please subscribe to our channel. Your health, your vitality, and your comfort are worth it. Disclaimer: this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice. Always consult a licensed healthcare provider before making changes to your health, diet, medications, or lifestyle. This content does not diagnose, treat, or cure any condition. Results may vary.